Good morning. I'm meteorologist Cheetah Craft. Here's a look at your tropical update. So we have Hurricane Lee. It is expected to become a major hurricane potentially by tomorrow, but especially through the upcoming weekend. Take a look at the satellite imagery. You can really start to see that well-defined eye. It's moving west-northwest around 13 miles per hour. Maximum sustained winds at 80 miles per hour. Now what happens, because it's in the open waters of the Atlantic and all atmospheric conditions conducive for rapid development. So we are expecting Lee to go from a Category 1 hurricane at this point to potentially a major by this afternoon at a Category 3, and potentially even by tomorrow, we could be looking at a Cat 3 or Cat 4. So rapid intensification expected over the next 24 hours for Hurricane Lee. It is in the open waters of the Atlantic. So what we're monitoring at this point, it will continue in that west-northwest direction. As it does, it is going to get a little bit closer into places like Turks and Caicos, the Bahamas. You can see Puerto Rico. So as this strength of a hurricane gets closer into land, they are going to be dealing with higher seas, higher tides, and we're going to have to monitor some of those reports as well, especially any mariners. This is a really big heads up. Models, though, at this point suggesting that it remains in the open waters of the Atlantic, and there's a couple reasons why we're expecting this west-northwest path to then take a hard north turn. Again, the reason, big stationary area of high pressure in the Atlantic, it has clockwise flow around high pressure. So around high pressure, the upper level steering currents are going to want to take a hold of Lee and wrap that around this high. But we're also monitoring right across portions of the east coast of the U.S. Is really even weather that's going to be impacting us here locally as we get into the weekend and next week. We're talking about a rain chance here locally thanks to the position of the jet stream. That's also going to help deflect Hurricane Lee probably away from the U.S., but it is going to get close enough where it could disrupt some of the immediate coastal areas right along the entire eastern seaboard. So we do need to monitor this for various reasons, but also the strength, the classification. This is going to become a major hurricane potentially by the afternoon today, but I especially think tomorrow and through the weekend. That's when that rapid intensification will happen. I mean, check that out. Friday of next week, we will still be tracking this Cat 4 extremely close right along the east coast, right over Bermuda. So thanks to that area of high pressure, I think it will take that north trek and potentially to the east, but we will have to watch how closely this gets to potentially impacting the east coast region. Now in southeast Texas, we are not expecting any impacts at this point, but we will be looking at a slight drop in our temperatures and rain chances thanks to a position change of our jet stream as we get into the upcoming weekend. So overall, big picture across the Atlantic basin, we have Hurricane Lee, Category 1. Another wave now has a 90% chance of developing. If it does, it will take on the name Margot. Margot is the next name on the list. We are falling right in line with the original forecast from NOAA. We were forecasted to see between 14 to 21 named storms. If we get to Whitney, that would make 21, which would be the end of our list. So again, we're right in line with that. Out of those, we were expecting 6 to 11 hurricanes, and out of those 6 to 11, 2 to 5 major hurricanes, which again is right in line with the forecast. We are going to keep you updated on Hurricane Lee as it continues to progress and strengthens through the upcoming weekend.